Hello you beautiful lot, it's Purple and I'm down at Finedon Road Industrial Estate. Been doing a little bit of research on the area. So Finedon Road Industrial Estate was known as Rickson Works. It was for the iron and brick works, you know, build the town. But what we've got here is Neilson's Siding. And it was named after a man called Walter Neilson. So Walter Neilson was a farmer who had a bit of land up here, and he decided to open it up for a little bit of quarrying. And 2 years after that, in 1881, he earned that much money that he could run a tram line from his little quarry down to here, which is Neilson's Siding. But in 1882, those little quarries, they kind of dried up. So he bought a little bit of land just on the other side of Finedon, on the south end, and he opened up the little quarry up there, which is now known as Thingdon Quarry. Cool. So there's a lot of history to go on here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way up to the top where Neilson's Tramway went under the Finedon and Wellingborough Road and then headed into Thingdon Quarry. So come with me now. It's a little bit windy over the other side. In fact, it's really windy, so I'm going to be a bit quiet. Most of you will be glad to know. But yeah, I'm going to make my way straight up into that top forest right in the back. God, that was the long way round, but I've made it. And sorry for the wind, sorry for the noise, but Neilson's Tramway will come up the hill from the back of Neilson's Sidings all the way up to Finedon, where it will cross under the Wellingborough Road under this tunnel. And it's all caved in there, and it's all been blocked off. And rumour has it that there's actually a rail, there's an engine, or at least a carriage, underneath this bit here. So of course it would go straight up and then around the back and along the side to this bit here, where it would load up the iron ore cuts that were taken up from the quarry. So excuse me a minute, I'm going to go around to the back of Finedon to Kenmere Close, alright, and then we can properly start this thing, alright?
A few moments later.
Right, but here we are then, I've made it, and this is the public footpath. Definitely a little bit chilly today, but we did it. And I am at Kenmure Road, Kenmuir. And there's a footpath right at the back of the road, and that leads straight up into Walter Neilson's quarry. Here we are then, and this is Thingdon Quarry. Oh, and I bet she's completely flooded at the minute. And in 1911, Walter kind of decided, you know, it was too much of a job to get the rest of the ironstone, because he noticed up at Neville's Lodge, which is just at the top there, that the iron shelf kind of dipped down again, which meant they'd have to go for mining. So what Walter did is he sold up to Wellingborough Iron Company, who then created Thingdon Mines. Now, I am afraid a couple of kids went in there quite a few years ago, and they had to get rescued by the mountain rangers and Alan Pack, who is the main surveyor of this area. So they've bulldozed it right in, and I'm afraid you cannot get in there no more, which is bloody well, because if you actually look at the fields in the top, you can see all these dips. In fact, if you look on Memories of Finedon, the Facebook group, absolute legends that they are, there was a photo put up there with a combine harvester that had dropped straight down kind of into one of these mines that are collapsed. So these mines are extremely unstable, so just as well they've covered them in. I mean, it's not just that, you've also got the oxygen levels in there. So out here you've got like 24% oxygen, but the second you enter these mines it dropped down to about 20, which is really dangerous. And then of course when you go further in, all the ironstone in there is sucking in all the oxygen, turning the iron to rust, and you got no oxygen down there. So if you've got a faglet, it keeps going out, or you'll start getting aviation sickness and your head will start going. That mine is one of the most dangerous in the country. So there's CCTV been put up in this place to make sure that people don't go down there, because there are idiots out here that do want to go down into that dangerous mine. There are other mines around here you can check out in Northamptonshire. This one is deadly. All right, but before Walter Neilson sold his quarry to Wellingborough Ironworks, he still had all of this iron out of this quarry, and it was all done by hand. So on this side you've got all the spoil, so of course where they kept digging and digging, all the rubbish had to go that side, and then it was loaded onto I suppose a train. No, actually at that time it was run by horse and carts, so it would have been real thin narrow tracks, and of course they would have loaded the iron onto those little iron mine carts and pushed them to the other end, where it would actually meet up with Neilson's Tramway. So, this place is amazing. don't think I'll be going up that bit. Let's see if there's a safer bit. See, and Jamie Brady tells me that there was a water pump that used to pump a lot of the water straight out this to the top of the quarry here, or vice versa, to pump the water out. Either way, this was used for some kind of water purposes. As they mound them like this, it kind of distributes it evenly. So, yeah, you know, they had somewhere to put it and made decent use of the area they had to put it. There's a big trough in there. Now, there has been a bit of speculation about these troughs because there's a few more that are just outside. So, hold that thought, but I'll show you this one a sec. Oh, look at that. So you got to remember as well, these mines would have been having iron ore carts dragged backwards and forwards by horses. So I do believe there was an on-site blacksmiths as well. So what I'm just about to show you may be part of it. Oh look, skinny rails. Just like I said, look. So you wouldn't have been able to get a steam train on that, of course not. But you would have got an iron ore cart being pulled by a horse. What else have we got in here? There's definitely some kind of structure here. God, I mean, look at this, look. That would have been for something, bolting something on. Look at the reinforcement on it. Lord knows. Yeah, you can really see the spoil humps. Cool, right? Let's, I'm going to make my way to the end here and I'll explain the rest. Do you think they saw me? Oh, wow. Awesome. And here we are. So you've got this concrete base that's right here. So Neilson's Tramway, I'm sorry about the wind, but Neilson's Tramway would have come straight up into this bit here where it would have stopped. But it was linked off by all those little tramways that I said were used and pulled by horses. So this would have been your swap over point. It would have been hooked up to a steam train and taken back down the hill. In fact, at that age, I think more than likely, at that age, being a tramway, it could have even been pushed down the hill and then brought back up with another train or pulled up by horse and cart. I'm not too clear on that one. Now that I'm home and I've had to have a look on the internet, and see what it digs up. It actually says Neilson's tramway was laid to a 2 foot 4 inches gauge, and the lower section was a double track incline powered by a stationary steam engine located at the bottom of the incline, but the upper section was horse pulled. Awesome. There is a lot more to this place that I need to show you all, but I need to wait for certain kind of training, and yeah, I want to make sure I get it right. So yeah, I hope this kind of explains Neilson's Quarry, otherwise known as Thingdon Quarry. Of course, yeah, when it was sold off to Wellingborough Iron Company, then they opened up the mines, but that is a story for a different day. So yeah, if you like that one, then hit the like and subscribe button. Then check out these 2 videos as well. They're great for a little extra enlightenment too, bringing you some great knowledge of our local history. Purple, peace, love and light with a touch of Northants unity.